everybody, Katie here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, thanks so much for tuning in. So today I thought I would just get on and do a video about all the long-lasting, affordable makeup products that I've found from the drugstore that I found really work. So I've tried to put some things together today for more of an everyday look, not necessarily a glam or out for the evening look, but just kind of your go-to look. Personally, I feel like the makeup that you want to wear on an everyday basis, like for running around, doing errands, going to work, it's that daily thing. We don't really have a lot of time to spend on it. We don't necessarily want to spend a lot of money if we're going to be using it every day. You want long-lasting products that are going to stay on, because reality, we just don't have time all day long to be reapplying and reapplying as it wears off. I bought so many products over the years that I was pretty disappointed in, you know, like mascara, for instance. I would put it on and then 4 or 5 hours later, I'm like, where did it go? It's not on my lashes. Maybe it's all flaked down here, but it's not on my lashes anymore. So what was the point of that? Or, you know, your lip gloss that just doesn't, the color doesn't stay or the shine doesn't stay. And it's just kind of frustrating because we don't want to have to go and reapply it again. There are actually a lot of really good makeup products at the drugstore. And yes, I do like my high-end products like Laura Mercier and stuff like that, but they're not necessarily products that I want to use on an everyday basis. So some of these items that I'm going to share with you today are clean beauty, not all of them, so I will tell you the clean beauty ones. I've already tried to move towards organic and clean with a lot of things in my life, you know, with food and like body lotions that go all over your body, serums and stuff like that, and I'm nudging that way towards the clean beauty just because it makes sense. But I think it's going to be really hard to move away from some of these products, and they're going to be hard to replace. And as I do find more clean beauty products, I will share those with you if I find that they work as well as the ones I've been using for years that I love. So today I'm only talking about makeup. I did a previous video that I'll link below on skincare for your face, you know, serums and lotions and all that stuff. Primers and bases. Okay, so I figured that's a good place to start. Once we've used our serums and our moisturizers and all that good stuff, probably a good idea to start with primers. So the primer that I use is this CoverGirl True Blend Base Business. So basically what a primer does is it mattifies any shine that you may have, it blurs pores, it makes your face a canvas ready for the foundation. We need to get our face prepped and ready to receive and hold on to that makeup. So this says it does visibly reduce and blurs pores, creates the perfect canvas, long-lasting, weightless feel. So this is really nice. So one of the reasons I like a primer is because it really makes the foundation spread really easily, and it makes it so that your foundation goes a little further, which is nice, because sometimes even at the drugstore the foundations can get a little pricey. It's nice if it makes it so that it moves around on your face more easily, and then you don't have to apply as much foundation, because then, you know, you don't want it to look all thick and cakey either. So now, I do two things for my eyelids, one or the other. Sometimes I just carry up my face primer up to my eyelids, or I use my foundation and carry that up to my eyelids as kind of a primer. I haven't really found an eyelid primer for shadows that I'm really thrilled with. I tried this NYX one. You guys can tell me if you've tried this and if you like it. This is Proof It, and it is waterproof, and maybe that's why I don't like it, I'm not sure. But it felt sticky when it went on, and then I felt like my eyeshadow was actually harder to apply. It didn't go on real smoothly, so I didn't like that. I find that using the regular primer, or like I said, just foundation up there, my eyeshadow will last all day. So I'm just going to go in order of the way I apply my makeup. I know people do it differently, but then I like to just start out with the canvas. So the next thing I do is my concealer. So this first concealer is NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and this is a cruelty-free product, and so that's nice. And they have a really nice color selection. I really like the NYX products. The Doe Foot applicator, not my favorite. It's a little long, and I have deep set eyes, so I don't know. That's a little long for me. but I still like this concealer. One of my other favorite drugstore concealers is this Super Stay Better Skin by Maybelline. And again, this has the doe foot applicator, and but it's a little shorter, so it's much easier to use. And this stuff lasts. It lasts a long time, and the only thing that I do to add to this is to put a little powder on, and I set the concealer with a little bit of a translucent powder, and I'm good to go for until I wash it off that night. Okay, so moving on to foundations, that's the next thing I apply, and this is L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Stay, and this is a really nice foundation. It's got a really nice creamy texture to it. It spreads really well. Can't speak. It spreads really well. It has a lot of different colors, and it has a sunscreen, and it's got a SPF 25. And that's one of the reasons I moved away from it, because like I said, I'm trying to go cleaner with my skincare, so I moved to a mineral sunscreen, which I applied before. So because of that, I went on the hunt for a foundation that does not have SPF, which is not always easy to find. You know, the color, the product, everything that you like all in one with no SPF. But I did find it. This is CoverGirl, Simply Ageless CoverGirl. And I'm not always a big fan of CoverGirl. I don't know why. I just don't ever really gravitate towards a lot of CoverGirl products. I guess maybe they haven't worked for me too well in the past. But I find that the CoverGirl Plus Olay I really do like. So I've been using this for a long time. It's a really nice color. This is creamy natural. It's got hyaluronic complex and vitamin C, which is nice. And again, it blends really well. It matches my skin really nicely, and it stays on. And I like it because it doesn't have the extra SPF. Okay, so I never said I was an expert on the order in which to apply your makeup. I may not be doing it right, I'm not sure. But I am an artist, and so I kind of look at it as a canvas. And I start the canvas with my outlines, I guess, and then I fill in with shadows and colors. So I do the foundation, then the concealer, and then I start with brows. So to me, brows are really important, and again, that may be because I'm an artist and I feel like they just really shape and define your eyes. They shape your whole face. They really do make a difference. That's what I think. So anyway, I have a few favorite products for my eyebrows. This is NYX, again, cruelty-free, and this is their powder pencil. The one thing I don't like about it, it's not self-sharpening. So to me, it doesn't look like fine little hairs. It just looks like, you know, powder in there. But it lasts a long time, and they have a really good selection of colors. So it depends on if you want that definition with, you know, sometimes people have had their eyebrows microbladed, so you don't want to like fill it all in with a powdery look. But they also do have this part, which helps to go in and define it a little bit better and separate it so that it doesn't look like, you know, the big thick crayon line. So my favorite, turns out, is actually CoverGirl. I do have a CoverGirl product. Not very many, but this is CoverGirl. And this is my favorite. As you see, it's almost all out. This is Honey Brown, which really works for blondes, if you're wondering. It doesn't have a whole lot of red in it, which is sometimes hard to find for, you know, if you don't have red. I'm more ash, so this is really nice. It's delicate. And I think that's why I like this tip. It's because it's delicate. It has this little micro tip, and it's very fine, and it's not too dark. And then you can go in and use this over it. But it really, I think this is a great product, and it really stays on. And then for this, to keep your brows in place or to cover if you have gray, I use this Brow Drama by Maybelline, and this is really nice. They've got more and more products like this out there. I can't even keep up with how many of these new kind of products they have, but I do like this one. It's good. It keeps my brows in place, and it's a nice soft color. So that works, and it stays on. Please forgive me, this video is going to be longer than I thought, so please tune in next week for part 2. Part 2 will be blush, eyes, and lips.